Yes, sir. We back with another episode, baby, of HomeFLD the podcast, and we got a special guest in the building. My big cousin, my baby, Kirsten Chanel is in the building, y'all. Y'all give her a round of
Hi.
applause. I need to get a sound maker. I'm finna get me a sound maker so I can you feel me, start doing round of applauses and like the
Yeah.
you
Pew, pew, pew.
you feel me? Like really DJ it up though. You feel me?
Right.
On that for sure. I'm on that for sure. Welcome to the show, my baby.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what you didn't know was this is going to be a Mother's Day week, Mother's Day weekend drop. So happy Mother's
Okay.
Day.
Thank you
Happy
so
Mother's Day.
much.
Happy Mother's Day to my OG, Teresa K. Happy Mother's
Yes.
Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. So that's what this is. And I'm so glad that you on here and we got to do this. You have two beautiful baby girls.
Yes. Kylie and Kennedy.
Yes, yes. And Kylie been here before.
She
Like she's
has.
been
She's
here
an
before.
adult.
She's been here before.
She
She done
has.
spent she done spent the block and then you done brought her back or something.
Right. She grown.
Absolutely. And then Kennedy is just such a precious little thing. How
She's
old
so
is Kennedy?
happy.
Only a couple months, right?
Kennedy is 7 months old.
7 months. Yeah.
Very, very happy baby. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mama's getting big. So tell us about yourself. Tell us what you got going on. Introduce yourself to the people. Go ahead.
I am Kirsten. As he said, I'm a mother of two beautiful baby girls. I'm a cousin to Jared. And I'm so proud of you. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
That's me.
I could dig it. So we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get into this topic. And I thought you would be perfect for this topic because you are a mother, and you have a lot of love. So we are going to talk love languages today. That's what we're gonna talk. We're gonna
Yes.
talk love languages. So these things, love languages, people try to abide by them as much as they can. Sometimes people resonate with them. Sometimes people be like, well, how the hell do y'all know what, is best for me and how I want to be loved and stuff? So there's a standard five, I say, or, the five that, like, if you was to go take a test for your love languages, it'd rank them out of these five. And that's physical touch, words of affirmation, gift giving, quality time, and acts of service. These are the five love languages. So my first question is, Kirsten, what are your top three love languages? And then, like, when you think about it, how did you figure out what your top three were? Was it like you take a test? Was it something that like it just resonated with you when you like kind of looked up or heard about the five love languages? Because some people don't even know about the like five love languages for real, for real.
Yeah. So my top three, I know my top one is quality time. Right after that is acts of service. And then after that would be words of affirmation. I did take the quiz to find that out. But the interesting thing is when I learned about love languages, I assumed mine was words of affirmation. Which was a few years back. I did take the quiz and that was the top one. But I retested early last year. Maybe summertime. So about a year ago, I retested and they were different. So now it's quality time as my top one, and words of affirmation is like the third one.
So your love languages change.
They change.
Like as far as you feel me, as far as ranking, like it changes.
Yep.
Okay. What do you think? What can you attest to that change? Like, why did it go from words of affirmation to quality time?
I think just I got older was the first thing.
Okay.
And seasons changed. So what I required or my definition of love for myself was different. When I was younger, reassurance, hearing, great things about myself was important to me. Now that's not so important. Quality time is what's important, which is why I tested differently. So yeah.
Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it for sure. So gift giving not being one of your top. Why not?
That I don't know. Gift
Hmm.
giving was at the bottom.
I know the girls like tings.
Yeah, and we do. But that's never
You
been a
feel
way
me?
that I've looked for someone,
Hmm.
not just even in a relationship, just anyone in general, to express love to me. I've just never been big on gifts.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So how important like are your love languages to you? Like, do you take them seriously? Like, if you was to really like meet somebody and want to take them serious, right? You got to have this conversation of what are your love languages? How can I love you best? Like, are you that person?
Um, yes. And I would say it in a way, I probably wouldn't go like, well, this is my love language and
Hmm.
you need to read up on it to understand me. Like, I wouldn't take that route. But I could express that, a way that helps to love me, the way that I would like to be loved, is simply quality time. And it is important to me.
Hmm. So, would you say like there's a different would would your love languages rank differently if it was regarding a romantic relationship and a friendship, or do you
Mm.
think you feel me? So obviously quality time is your top one. Like, nigga, just come see me. You
Come
feel
see
me?
me. Yeah.
Come
Come
see
sit
me.
right here. We ain't
You know
got to
what I'm
talk.
saying?
We ain't
We
got
ain't
to be
gotta say
doing nothing.
look. Yeah, we ain't gotta
Yeah.
say nothing. Just come see me.
Just come see
Um,
me.
but like, okay, so that being number one, boom. But anything that's falling under that, does that change based off of the type of relationship you have with the person?
Um, I mean, I guess
Mm-hmm.
maybe my expectations would change. So I don't think where
Okay.
they're ranked, or because my numbers are my numbers. Where they at is where they at. But
Okay.
maybe my expectation of a
Mm-hmm.
person may be different. I might meet somebody who uh is used to spending money on women, and used to
Uh-huh.
their last that they dealt with was gift giving. So that's how they know to show love.
Right.
Where they might have to learn over time, you ain't got to do all that. Just come see me, but
Right.
my expectation may be a little different depending on how
Okay.
they choose to love. But at some
Okay.
point, it's like you got to learn.
Mm. So like,
Yeah.
so the word expectation is kind of heavy. You feel me? Because we put expectations on people, people put expectations on us, and sometimes I've mentioned it before. Sometimes it may be a time where we don't want to really abide by your expectation. I don't want to uphold what you expected of me, right?
Hmm.
So, in regard to your love languages, has there ever been a time where somebody had a certain, you know, love language that you was just like, I'm not gonna prioritize that. So say for instance, a man's love language was gift giving, right? So he wants you to buy him stuff. It can be just small stuff, but he wants you to pull up and buy him stuff, and for his birthday go out, da 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 da.
Hmm.
And you like, you know what? I mean, you feel I got business to handle. You feel me? I ain't got them extras right now. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm being smart with my paper. I'm saving up, and I'm just not going. You feel me? Flourish on you, especially given what type of
Yeah.
relationship we have. Are we committed? Are we not committed? You know what I'm saying? So has
Yeah.
there ever been a time that like somebody's expectation of you is just something that you just wasn't fucking with?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it,
I would
because
say
because like if
so. This is my opinion. I feel
right.
like a lot of men, um, without having taken the test, would say that theirs off top is physical touch.
Physical.
I've always
Right.
heard that. Every man, when you give them a list of stuff, they like, I don't need nothing else. It's physical touch. Um, so in a previous relationship, yeah, I did struggle with that, because it's like, I
Mm.
understand that that's your love language, but you're not meeting mine, which at the time would be words of affirmation or quality time, whatever. Um, so if
Uh-huh.
mine aren't being met, it's kind of hard for me to meet something like that.
Facts. No, that's
Yeah,
real. That's so real.
yeah.
That's real. I mean, it's most definitely got to be reciprocated energy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And if you And one thing that I'm learning as a man, you feel me, especially dealing with women, is that like y'all don't really need a whole lot. You just need
So
y'all
proud of
really
you.
don't. If you just if you just pay attention, you know what I'm saying, and like okay, say your quality time, right? All you really got to do, bro, is you feel me, is pull up. You know what I'm saying? And just kick it for a couple hours. You ain't gotta spend a night. You feel me? I
Yeah.
mean, it based on like your commitment level or whatever. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Or words of affirmation. All you gotta do is tell Shorty, you feel me? Like, just remind her that like I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remind her that like you mine, right? Or like you feel me? And it make it plain like that. Like that's real. Like
It's
it
really
don't take a
the
whole lot.
easiest. It's the easiest way to get what you want, and it's
Exactly.
not that hard. It's not
Exactly.
hard.
But you gotta be genuine about it. I'm all about, you feel me, being genuine. Like it gotta be in you, not on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's funny that you say like any man that would not take a test and he'll see it, he'd be like, oh yeah, physical touch mine. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I used to think that way.
Yeah.
Just being like just not knowing. Like I'm look, I remember the first time I had a conversation with a woman about love languages. I'm like, love languages? What we talking about?
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And she's like, no, these are the love languages. I'm like, oh, she's like, so what are yours? I said, you feel me? Physical touch. You know, I like,
I told you.
I
I'm
like, you feel
top.
me?
Right.
I'm very,
Okay.
look though, I'm talking about physical touch. I'm very affectionate. You know what I'm saying? you feel me? But as I grew older, you feel me, and I started understanding like who I was as a person and like what I valued in myself and my worth as a man and what I valued in women. You know, I decided to take the test for real. And what I found out was words of affirmation was mine. You feel me? You gotta
Mm.
let me know something, please.
Yep. Yep.
Talk to me nice. You feel me?
Yep.
That's words of affirmation is mine. Then it is physical touch because I am an affectionate person. You feel me? Like I'm gonna show you love. I'm gonna show you love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rub on you. You feel me? You need your foot. I'm just come here. You know what I'm saying? I got that. And then for me, I think my third one was quality time. You feel me? Just
Mm-hmm.
come kick it with me. And like I'm like you. We ain't gotta say a word. Just be up in
Don't
my
have to do
presence. We
nothing.
good.
Yes. That's all it is. That's
Like
all it
we
is.
good. We good. So do you think that like how much do you think love languages have in the ability to, you know, affect the relationship to the point where it gets ended? Like, do you think they have that much influence on a relationship?
Absolutely. And that has been, I can say, my personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like towards the end of my last relationship, what we found was of all, because we took the test, we retested together.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So this is something that's really prioritized. Like
yeah, well, it
it's
became
not just
prioritized. Yeah, we had
okay.
to,
So okay.
because we're trying to figure out like where's the disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at the time, I'm like, my love language is still, not saying love languages, but we're expressing to one another like, I need
Mm-hmm.
this, I need that. You not doing this, you not doing that. So we retested and we found I needed quality time, which I wasn't getting. And his went from physical touch to words of affirmation as well. And he wasn't getting that. So when you don't
Okay.
meet,
Okay. So let me ask this. I don't mean to cut
mm-hmm,
you off, but yours was quality time and you wasn't getting that. His
mm-hmm,
became words of affirmation because
mm-hmm.
and he wasn't getting that. Were you not giving words of affirmation because you weren't getting quality time?
To a degree.
Okay.
So I was told, again, this would be a few years ago, so maybe 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that he didn't need words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if my thing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Um, I was told that he didn't need words of affirmation because his was physical touch, and he always, he would say that he was affirmed as a child, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. So there wasn't a need for words of affirmation. So early on, I would try to affirm him,
Mm-hmm.
but he told me he didn't need it, so I stopped. So it turned out that there was a disconnect because that was something that he did need, that he didn't know that he needed. So since
Mm-hmm.
he was no longer getting it, it became a requirement. He just wasn't aware of it. And
Okay.
neither was I.
Okay. Okay. So that let me ask this. You
Mm-hmm.
good? Let me ask this. Knowing the love languages now, right? And
Mm-hmm.
thinking about growing up as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? How would you compare, what your love languages are now? Would those be similar back then? Like, could you see a connection there of like, okay, I need quality time so much now because back then, like I kind of grew up separated, even though I grew up in the same house. I grew up by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I spent time by myself, and I really didn't,
Mm-hmm.
spend time with my siblings and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
I need words of affirmation so much now because at one point in time when what I thought was love, I really wasn't being told that I was loved. You know what I'm saying? I only was shown it, which is okay. Like, thank you for showing me, but sometimes it's like I wanna hear I love you or being proud of me. You know what I'm saying? I may see it like I may ask for something and you allow me to get it because you proud of me for
Right.
accomplishing something prior, but I want to hear I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of saying all of that. Can you make that
Yeah.
connection?
Absolutely. I think that's where in childhood is where we learn our love languages. And I'm intentional even now with my own children. They're
Yeah.
small, but I pay attention. I think my 3-year-old, Kylie, I think her love language might be physical touch. But if we being honest, I feel like hers might be physical touch because I'm not the most affectionate. I don't know what is wrong with this thing. I'm sorry.
No, good.
Yeah, I don't think I mean I'm not the most affectionate person.
Hmm.
So I think there are times where she, can feel that. And I'm studying her and it seems like she's happiest when we cuddle.
Okay.
So yeah, it definitely I think it does start in childhood. I did learn like before those years ago when it was words of affirmation, I wasn't affirmed much as a child.
Hmm.
So I think that's why I craved it in my romantic relationships, to have words of affirmation. Now that I'm transitioning through different seasons, I'm,
Hmm.
in therapy, I'm talking about things, that happened as a child.
Hmm.
I did discover, wow, there wasn't a lot of quality time spent, in my immediate family.
Right.
So I think that does have a correlation between, why now is quality time.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think, we as we I'm in therapy too. And as you do therapy and as you talk to your therapist and decipher through things, they at some point in time you're gonna talk about your childhood, you feel me? And how did you grow up and your
Hmm.
experiences and how can those affect you now? And I love to hear that, you know, you being conscious of your childhood and how you grew up in the things that you wish you had more of or the things that
Hmm.
you loved and about your family and what they did and how you incorporate all of those things into how you raising your baby girls.
Hmm.
And that's just, you feel me, round of applause, you doing it. You feel me?
Thank you.
Because no, for real, because I'm not gonna say generational curses, but what I'm saying, we grow up and our
Yeah.
parents learn from their parents who learn from their parents.
Hmm.
And at a certain point in time, you know what I'm saying, people got traditions, people have things that they just certain ways that they just gonna go about, right?
Yeah.
And those may not always be the healthiest, or they may not always be what's best for us, right?
Hmm.
But they didn't have that knowledge at that time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Ain't nobody talking about love languages for real back then. I'm convinced. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no.
But now that we had this knowledge at our age, you know what I'm saying, in these systems where we can, okay, this resonates with me. Now I can apply this to how I love my partner, how I love
Hmm.
my friend, how I love my children. You feel me? How I love my
Hmm.
neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like you like that's real. And
Yeah.
I think it's so vital and it's so important that we reflect on our our upbringing and reflect on things that we experienced when we were younger, because those really tell us about why we feel the way we feel now, why we
Right.
require what we require now. You
Right.
feel me? And you only gonna get that if you really do take the time to really reflect. You know what I'm saying? And that may
Mm-hmm.
be having to go get a therapist, or that may be just, you feel me, calling your mans and chopping it up. Like, let's just kind of, you feel me, talk about, you feel me, growing up. What if, like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Cause me and my homeboys do that. You know what I'm saying? We talk about, what's crazy is we talk about high school so much, and I think that's and that's not because that's the only thing we've accomplished, because we've accomplished way more, all of us. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But it's a time, a period where we was all together, we was all experiencing the same thing at the same time, and then we
Yep.
reflect on where we were then and how we've grown now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But you got to do the same thing with where you started,
Yep.
because those years from birth to 7 years old, them
It's
first seven
crucial.
years is
Yeah.
crucial.
Yeah.
Those really set like a foundation of pattern and routine. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So you really got to tap in at that age and reflect and be like, okay, boom. Now I understand why, I gift giving is one of my top love languages, because I ain't never get shit growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or people only showed me love by giving me
By
stuff.
buying me stuff. Yeah.
So I still think that's the only way I can be loved now, because
Yep.
it's not always what you were lack back then that you require now. Sometimes it's what you accustomed to back then.
Yep.
That's because if you grow up in a healthy environment, words of affirmation should always be, a top love language of yours, because my
Right.
parents always told me they loved me and this and that, and they was proud of me, and it was okay not to be okay, and you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I was went on a little tangent right there, but
Makes sense. Makes sense to me.
but that you understand where I'm coming from, because you sit in that therapy arena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you understand those tough conversations and that tough reflection that you gotta have.
Yeah. And I've also learned that sometimes love languages stem from what you don't give to yourself.
Ooh, talk about that.
So quality time could be, there's so many avenues to it. Like quality time being my top one could be because in my previous relationship, that was something I felt like was missing. Or it could be when I was growing up, it was something I felt that was missing. Or it could be I don't have quality time for myself. And quality time for myself could be as simple as, consistently going to get my nails done or making sure my
Mhm.
hair is done, pampering myself in a way.
Right,
If it was
right,
gift giving, how often am I going to buy myself something or taking myself on a trip, or, words of affirmation? Do I speak positively about myself? It could
right.
be what you lack on your own end.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Talk
another
about
part
it.
of love. Like it's deep.
It get
It's
deep.
deep.
It get deep, and you really gotta. And that is so. And what's crazy is I never thought about that. What you don't give yourself.
Mm-hmm. It's what you
Wow,
expect from others.
wow. Because like, you feel me. You take the quiz. You take whatever you take. You feel me. And then it'll tell you what it is. You right, and
Mm-hmm.
but it's never gonna tell you like why though.
That's up to you.
That's up to you.
That's up to you. And I
That's
think
up to
even
you.
going back to like generations before us and how they didn't really understand what love languages was, I think they
Mhm.
did understand what love languages was. They didn't have the words to articulate what it was.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
issue. So where we can get on Google and
Hmm.
find our love languages, I think they had love languages. They just didn't have the words for it or the definitions for it. So I think we're fortunate, um, and more people need to utilize it. The fact that we have that resource.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're gonna go ahead and move into my next segment of the show, my favorite segment of the show. This
Okay.
is my keep it player segment. You always gotta keep it player.
Oh
So
Lord.
I titled this one. I'm about to start titling my keep it player segments, and this one is "Love Me Right or Don't Love Me at All." Damn it.
I'm with that.
So how do you keep it player in telling your partner that you aren't that they aren't loving you properly.
I mean, I think in any instance, like keeping it
Uh-huh.
player is just being honest. I'm gonna tell you.
What I say last week? If y'all look, all my listeners and viewers, you feel me? If y'all tapped in to the episode last week, I said to Lil Bubba, I said, number one law thing is keeping it player. Number one rule of keeping it player is being honest. Thank you for reassuring what the fuck I said. Go ahead though.
Of course. No, I mean, it's just telling them. Ain't no beating around the bush with telling somebody you're not loving me right. Like, I'm not gonna play with you on that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, it's just being honest. Like, this isn't working for me. And I don't know if this is your definition of love, but let me tell you what mine is. And if we don't agree on that, we probably shouldn't deal with each other. Yeah.
Straight up. You just, hey, you is not loving me right.
Yeah, because I mean, we spend so much time sugarcoating and being scared of telling somebody how we feel. And then next thing you know, you look up, it's been 2 years, you still with this person and you still not happy. Like, why don't we just be honest?
Yeah. And people do be sugarcoating their feelings, and I feel like they be settling.
Yeah.
They be settling for whatever they can get from that individual, and that's hell no. I'm not settling. And that's an effort thing. It's an effort thing, and if you can't give me the effort, then
somebody else will. Like, why are we here?
And why are we here? Why are we
here? I don't know. I think it's comfortability too. Like, you just get comfortable and get content. Yeah. And sometimes it's not even being content. It's just because I mean, I think to be content with something is still to a degree to be like okay internally. Okay. With it, a lot of times, your needs are not being met. You're not content with that. You're not okay internally with that. I think it's just familiar. And I don't know why we're so afraid of just being honest, like, or why we're so comfortable with repeating ourselves. Like, I've already told you in so many
say that.
Yeah, like I already told you in so many other ways, like, I need to spend more time with you. Or I told you in so many other ways, I need that reassurance. I need to know that we good. I need to know that you're proud of me. As a man, I hear that a lot with men. Like, they just want to know that you're proud of them. They just want to know that, you serve a purpose, in their life and they're important. Like, even if they really don't, like, they want to hear that. So, like, why do they have to keep repeating themselves? So, yeah, keeping it player is being honest. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. I told you what it was. I told you what I needed. You can't do that. Let's just find other people that work for us.
So I'm gonna play this, and I want to know your thoughts.
Okay.
And this is another thing, ladies. Love is your big word. You will understand that most men never ask you to love us. We ask you to respect us, because to us, psychologically, when you respect us, we automatically feel loved. We don't need you to buy us flowers. If you respect us, we feel loved. If you disrespect us, we feel hated. That's not your key word. Your word is love. And we got to learn how to do that better. But we have to understand that plane lands on two different runways, from man to woman. For us, it's respect. Respect is actually love. And when we feel disrespected, it feels like hate. Am I right, brothers?
What do you think about that clip right there?
I agree with it.
I do too. Somebody sent me that and asked me my opinion, and I said I agree.
I agree 100%. Because I think showing respect to a man, like he said, is a form of love. Men want to feel needed, respected. So yeah, I agree with 100%. And we do. As women, we want to know that you love us, and I feel like loving someone, when a man, because we need respect too. I feel like when a man loves a woman properly, that is translated, we feel respected. So it goes both ways. But yeah, you don't have to tell a man a million times, that you love him. I think it is respecting him as a person. And as a man, that does translate as love. I agree with that.
I said the same thing. I
Yeah.
said that we want respect. You feel me? That moment you respect us, we gonna understand that love gonna come with that. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? So we not
Mm-hmm.
looking. I'm not looking for you to exactly. I'm not looking for you to tell me you love me x amount of times. I don't. That's why men always damn to be the first one to say I love you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause I ain't never been told that first. I ain't never had to say it first. I ain't never said that first.
And I don't think I ever heard it first. So hey, it's some accuracy here. You feel me? It's some
Yeah.
accuracy here. Like for real, because that's what women want to hear. They want they want that word of affirmation that they are loved. I love you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we as men want you to show us that you respect us.
Mm-hmm.
But I always think things got to be earned. That can't be given. You know what I'm saying? You going it's like getting a car off a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna give you the car on full for real.
They don't.
They gonna give it to you on a quarter. You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you gonna have a little bit of respect. You feel me? Or you feel me coming into it? If I'm a woman thinking about a man, right? But
Mm-hmm.
as we grow into our relationship or whatever it is, all right, I'm gonna grow in that respect for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
how many times have you started talking to a man, right? And y'all not like as serious as he think y'all are in your eyes. And he texting you and you ain't really getting back to him in a timely manner. And he called himself checking you. Like,
I just cut one off because of that.
y'all listen, because nigga, you ain't got that respect right now. But if we a year and a half in, or we 8 months in, and we didn't experience some things together, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't have them right conversations, and now you texting me and I ain't texting you back. You feel me in a tiny manner? You call yourself checking me like, oh my bad, babe, you got it.
Yeah.
It's a
Yep.
respect that you got to grow with that. You feel me?
You got to grow into that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I think I ain't got no more keep it player segment. All right, bet. We finna move on to the next part. And the next part is a continued topic of the love languages, but there's them 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are things out there that can be considered love languages. So I call them additional love languages. And I think I came up with another 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I want to see, you know, as I say these, you know, which ones you think you would resonate with without taking a test. You know what I'm saying? And think of any other things that you may think could be a love language.
Okay.
So I got music, food, humor, social media, and foreplay.
Okay.
These are my additional 5 love languages. I said music, food, humor, social media, and foreplay.
Okay. I don't know, because I think in a way they all still fall under the 5.
The original 5?
Mm-hmm. Think about it. Okay, so music. In what aspect of music? Is it sharing music with one another? So
Music, yeah.
if you're
You
sharing,
music or musical taste, right? And it's gonna automatically lead to sharing music, right? You feel me?
right. So I think depending on what kind of music you're sharing with one another, it might be a stretch. But if let's say I send somebody a song, I send the dude a song that I'm talking to, right? And I just want him to hear it. It could be words of affirmation depending on what the song is. Depending on what them lyrics is, I might be trying to tell you something. It could be that. I feel like if you're in a space where you're listening to music together, that falls under quality time. You see where I'm going? I feel like they still kind of fall under the 5. But if I
hell no.
no, what kind of music you sharing?
You stretching it, G.
What kind of music you sharing?
I'm just saying, like music, like that's a love language, like put me on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That type of thing, or it can be this song remind me of you. I sent it to you, which it can be words of affirmation, giving off the lyrics, or
Yeah.
this is our song where this is the song first played where I first gave you my kiss. That's physical touch. Boom. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But I'm talking about we just talking about these ones. You trying to
So like
compare them to the
another,
other.
so you said like another way to express love. Yeah, I could feel that.
Yeah, you ain't never heard the saying of that's damn near my love language.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like just something
yeah,
that's like not one of the five, but something that feels like a love language that you would want somebody to do for you to show you that they love you. So that is okay.
yeah,
Send me songs. You know what I'm saying? Or food. Like if we ain't gotta do nothing. We gonna eat every time though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So mine would, I think another one of mine. I like road trips, and I like driving with
So traveling is a love language.
traveling. Yeah, but like driving with
Okay.
no particular destination is one of my favorite things to do. So if you just like,
Okay.
I'm about to come get you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me where we going. You don't have nowhere in mind, but we get in the car and we just go. That's a love language.
Just ride with me. Be my
That's
passenger.
a love language. Yes, that's a love language.
Princess passenger. That's what she say.
Yeah, yeah. But let me drive.
Let you drive.
Let me drive the boat too. I want to drive.
Heck no. Okay. So the other one was food. Could food be one of yours?
I wouldn't say food is one of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what I could say though, the experience of trying a new food together, because I like to try new foods.
Okay.
So we could try new foods together. You eat chicken tenders. You a chicken tenders type.
Hell no, I ain't.
Everywhere you go, you get
I'm
chicken
grown.
tenders.
I'm grown now. I'm grown. But look, okay, this is what's crazy. I won't try new things until somebody try with me or put me on. You feel me? So I ain't gonna lie. I was kicking it. I'm kicking it with this shorty, right? I never ate turkey. I never ate turkey bacon. I ain't gonna hold you. She don't eat red meat, right? She ain't eat red meat. So nigga come make breakfast. I gotta make turkey bacon. So I ain't finna make two bacons. So I just eat turkey bacon. And that's all I eat now. I ain't ate, you feel me, pork bacon, you feel me? And forever. I eat, not like for breakfast, like I get it on my burgers and my chicken sandwiches, that should be fine. But like, on my pizza, but
Right.
but as far as making it, no. And
That's
I don't
not
know,
what
maybe
I
a new experience. I get what you're saying. Okay.
I get what you said. I ain't talking about no turkey bacon. I'm talking about what's up?
That's new food though for me.
But the first, no, I'm talking about exotic foods like duck,
like oysters and shit.
oysters. Yeah, I love me a good oyster. Yeah,
Never had it.
caviar. I've never had that, but you take me to try some caviar.
You had caviar?
Never had caviar.
Oh, that shit don't look appetizing to me. I'm not gonna lie.
It don't either, but I always say I'll try when it comes to a food. I'll try anything once because you never know. So if we go somewhere and you down,
Did you put hot sauce on your oyster? They say you supposed to put hot sauce on it.
No, it was good by itself.
Oh, you ain't eat it right now. You're supposed to put hot sauce on that thing. That's what they be saying. They said it on a little TV show I was watching.
No, it was seasoned right. That's why I ain't need none. Y'all be putting hot sauce on stuff because it ain't seasoned right. I ain't need no hot sauce.
That's facts. That's facts for sure. That's facts for sure. Hey, do you keep hot sauce in your purse?
No.
All right, that was a random question, bro.
I do not keep hot sauce in my purse. First of all,
Kirsten, I don't know why you
I
gave
ain't
me
carried a purse in a long time.
You gave me hot sauce and purse vibes though, bro.
Me? No.
I just knew at some point in your life you did carry some hot sauce in your purse.
Never. I hardly put hot sauce on my food.
Me too.
Yeah,
I only put it on my chicken for real.
No, me either. Season now fish. I'm gonna put a little bit on
every
there.
time.
Every time.
Every time. With a piece of white bread every time.
Okay. And extra salt for my fries. But no,
that's a love language. Look, stop playing. We coming full circle around that mug. Okay, so humor. Could humor be a love language? Like somebody, your man gotta make you laugh, right?
Yeah, he gotta be funny.
Would you like a dude with dry humor? Would you mess with a dude that like was
Um,
funny? That it was funny because it was so damn whack.
I think I could live with that because I'm silly.
Right.
So I find humor in corny jokes.
Okay.
I find the humor in stuff that's not supposed to be funny. So I could
You
probably
like dark
live with
humor?
that.
You be on dark humor TikTok, don't you?
No, I don't really get with dark humor.
Okay.
I don't think I could. I don't really get with dark humor.
Dark
I think
humor
I
can
start
be
to feel guilty.
Right.
Laugh.
All right.
I can't
That
do
wasn't
that.
supposed to be. That wasn't supposed to be funny.
No, we should be laughing at this. No.
I'm gonna have my kiki though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have mine, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know what? That wasn't even cool.
Right.
Anywho, okay, humor for sure. I like a funny girl. You feel me? I very seldom meet like funny girls though.
We're
Like that. That's like really like funny, like that bit funny, but like she make me laugh. It may be times where like, she and I don't know. That's just sometimes like I done kicked it with shorties where as we've grown in our relationship, they became goofier. You know what I'm saying? Like they really released. They start just doing dumb shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of with the dumb shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like dumb and dumber, evil twin. You know what I'm saying? It's that. But I very seldom meet like for shorties that's funny, that like tell joke type shit, or they comebacks be like, damn, that was clever as hell. You feel me?
So is that not something that you look for then, or is it like a plus if you get it?
I ain't really looking for it. You ain't gotta make me laugh. I'll make us laugh. I'm the show.
True.
I'm
True.
David Ruffin. You the Temptations. What did you say? You feel me? Come on now. I'm Beyonce. You Solange. You Solange. Them. You know what I'm saying? I'm Kim.
Oh my goodness.
That's me. I got us. But if you can make me, if we can go back and forth. Hell yeah, that's lit.
Okay. I think
That's
I'm
lit.
funny.
You are funny.
Some
We
people-
always sharing a good one. I ain't gonna lie. We always sharing a
I
good
think
one.
I'm funny. I've been told that I'm funny. So I think that's a quality that I possess. But at the same time, I think with being funny, people don't take you serious.
Right.
They don't take you
It
seriously.
do be like that, and that's why I go from Pitt to Jared sometimes. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me.
Don't play. I am not one of them.
Right though.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I added social media as well, and I say social media like send me funny tweets, funny TikTok. You feel me? Ignorant Instagram posts. You know what I'm saying? That type stuff. So that's why. And that can almost go along with humor too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or send me things that's informative. Like I really like if you send me something that like teach me something for real, or send me something motivational, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's could that be one for you? I know that's one for me. I like that type shit. Send me funny tweets.
I think that could be one too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the funny stuff. I like music, so anything that has to do with music, if you send me that, I'm gonna watch it. I think that could be one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bet it up. And then my last one was foreplay.
Oh Lord.
Because if we being honest, a lot of us like to skip this part and then get straight into the selfish. You feel me? Women too. Look, it's been times where I didn't try to take my time, but she like, can you just stick it in me? I'm like, hold on, God. This is the situation. It's cold outside. I'm trying to warm your car up before we get in it. Like,
Oh
you
my
feel me?
goodness.
And you just said, let's just get in the car. Like, what?
I mean, but leading up to that might have already been foreplay. Are you doing some of her love languages? Because if you're already exercising some of her love languages before y'all get there, you might not need all the extra. That could be.
Yeah, but that's boring. That's boring.
No, but that's real. So when you look at it like,
we gonna get the extras.
No, okay, yes, I agree. But for some women, or maybe on a particular day, if you've already, I guess, I don't want to say exercise or perform, whatever.
Okay.
Her love languages.
Is you talking about like if I've already, say her love language was
Her words of affirmation.
Yeah. Okay.
You've been texting her all day.
Okay,
affirming
yeah.
her. You've been,
Okay.
okay, another one is y'all social media. So you sending her funny TikToks or what's them TikToks of that dude that be massaging them girls? You send her one of them. Like,
The one
she already
that
on 10.
this how I'm gonna get you later. Physical touch. Physical touch.
Okay. So maybe that's why she was in a rush.
Right, okay. Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know what? That's true. That's true. Cause it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's very true.
Free
Okay.
game. You exercise them other love languages, it ain't gonna take that long.
HomeFLD podcast, you heard it here first, folks.
Just say it.
Exercise them other love languages. So when it comes down to the foreplay, you might just be able to put your key in the ignition. Hot and fresh out that kitchen. It's like,
Okay.
no, I'm done. Y'all gonna cancel me. It's like, no, I ain't big enough yet. You can't cancel me, nigga. For real though. I'm an ignorant, but I'm gonna say. Okay. So yeah. Traveling. You said traveling. Just
Yes.
hitting the road. So where have you been? Where you just said, F it. I just ended up here. You feel me? Route 66. I don't know how I got here.
Man, I got a story. And
Go
I
ahead.
think this
Go
is how
ahead.
I found out this is my love language. So I was
Okay.
dating and he texted me, asked me what I was doing. It was at night. So I'm like, was it at night or did we leave during the day? No, we left at night. And I was like, I'm just laying here, I ain't doing nothing. He said, come outside. So I was like, okay. So he was parked outside waiting on me. So I get in the car, and we just drive. And we ended up in St. Louis. We drove from Muskegon to St. Louis.
What the hell?
Yeah. And then he had family down there. So we stayed with like his
You packed to
uncle.
spend a night bed?
Did I? Did I?
Or,
I don't think I did.
Or it was or just a day trip and then y'all end up pushing back up.
It was nothing. We just drove. So I ain't had no bag. We just got on the car and it just ended up in St. Louis.
When did y'all come back?
We came back. We slept for a few hours and then came back the next day. So we drove all the way back. But yeah, we talked the whole way there. Grab food. Of course, we stopped for like some extra clothes. Once we realized we were so far out the state, like, we don't have to grab some stuff or whatever. But yeah, I think that's where my love for, because I like to drive to clear my head, but that's where my love for driving with no particular destination started.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a love language.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
My
heart. I hope that brother got healthy skin. I hope that king is got
right though.
I hope he sleep peacefully. That's what's up though. That's
it was
what's
nice.
up. Wow. So you ain't like at no point did you ever think like, is this man kidnapping me?
No, because we knew each other.
Okay. But wow.
Yeah. It was cool because we realized we had gotten pretty far, and then it was like, well, we might as well keep going. So yeah, end up in St. Louis.
That's wild. That's wild. I think that's a great way to go ahead and end this episode. That's a heartfelt story. I love that. Okay.
You should try it.
Bookmark that. Look, noted.
Right.
Bookmark that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Hop on the rug. And not right now though. Not the way this gas is. That shit $4.39. I know.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it twice. I get it twice a week.
$2.15.
Can we go back to the COVID gas prices? They were 98 cents.
When wasn't nobody driving.
Look, I just went to go get gas, bro. That's the only reason why I got out to drive.
You're right.
Get gas because it's so cheap. I don't even need it. I'm gonna go get gas every day. But no, that would have been honestly. That kind of would have been a perfect time to get on the road and just drive.
Yeah, I did. I did a couple times.
For real? So
Mhm.
by yourself, where's the furthest you've gone by yourself? Or if you was the one that was driving for real.
So the farthest I have gone alone would be Chicago.
Okay.
I am a
What you
little
in
scared to travel too far by myself.
day trip to get some food?
To grab some food. I wanted Cane's. I had a taste for it. I packed me and my baby up. She was little at that time too, Kylie. And it was during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And we got on the road, drove to Cane's in Chicago, turned around, came right back.
I know that's right. I'm gonna make me a day trip to Chicago get some food.
Mm-hmm.
I already said that. But thank you so much
You're
for coming
welcome.
on to us and blessing us with your presence and your opinion and your perspective. It has been a pleasure, my baby. And happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day again to you and
Thank you.
the rest of the mothers out there. My mama, Teresa K. This is HomeFLD the podcast. Please tell the people what you got going on or tell them to follow your socials. Let them know something.
So y'all can find me on Instagram at Kirsten KIRSTEN .Chanel. I'm on Instagram. Pretty much where you can find me. That's the only place I be.
Build it up. So HomeFLD the podcast. Follow us on IG at HomeFLD.OTL. Follow my personal page at PITT.OTL. My Twitter at PITT_OTL. And HomeFLD Media on YouTube, Apple and Spotify. HomeFLD the podcast. This is another episode of HomeFLD. We gonna catch y'all on the next one in a minute.